Well, it's been another productive weekend, plenty of gaming, relaxation, and it all comes to an end pretty quickly, as most of us know. So I'm gonna do another collection video, and I will be making another one of these, covering another system. Um, Probably won't cover the PS1 or the PlayStation family of consoles, because those controllers are pretty much the same, at least for the first three systems. I don't know, maybe I will, who knows. So here we go with the very first Sega controller. That is the 1650. This is I guess some people call this the fat controller. This one's, it's been used, it's been played. Bought this with a Model 1 high definition graphics Sega Genesis at a garage sale in a box. Came with two controllers. One was pretty much roached, along with a power supply, which didn't even match. No, I'm sorry, it didn't have a power supply. I had to buy it, and that one didn't match with the system. The original power supply had a split cable. Whole thing was split right at the bottom, at the base of the power brick, and it came with some games. But anyways, yeah, and that other controller was no good, so I just played with this one for quite a while. What I've noticed with the first two iterations of this controller is that the buttons are mushy. The D-pad feels great, but the buttons do feel a tad mushy. I don't know if that's the rubber that's behind the plastic case of the controller here or what, but every other button feels, even the start button is ever so slightly mushy as well. But I mean, this controller gets the job done. Of course, with games like Street Fighter 2 on the system, you had to have you need the 6-button controller in order to play the switch moves easier. Switch toggle between kick and punch moves. But yeah, very sturdy controller. This one I'm sure was pretty well used. I mean, the paint on the start above the start button is almost completely worn off. But other than that, it's a great working controller. I don't know if I did keep that other controller or not. Maybe one day I'll fix it. I think this came next. Wait a minute. 1650 and... Oh, okay. So these are actually the same model, but different paint scheme. Another 1650. Once again, this D-pad actually feels a little bit better than the other one. This one was lightly used, and this is a recent purchase. Nice, super long cord. I mean, they give you, what, probably 10 feet of cord here or something, or close to it, 8 feet. Very solid controllers. I love them. I like them. I mean, this is a rare instance where I do like a fatter controller. And I do plan on buying, some more, a controller for a new system that I just purchased. And I've already shown it on the channel, but I don't have a proper actual controller for the system yet. And I did find a very good cheap alternative to an official controller, so it's a third party. But I'll get into that when I buy it, and that's a little bit further down the road. I'm really gonna have to start saving money here. I actually purchased two new items this weekend, as of me making this video anyways. One of which I wanted to buy ever since I got back into retro gaming, and I actually found out about it shortly before I purchased the Genesis. It's not Genesis related, but yeah, you guys will see it in the next pickups video. And I'll probably just link that video in this video once it's made. That way, those of you that are watching this after the fact, way after that video was made, you'll be able to just see it. But anyways, yeah, the one difference between this controller and the other is the paint scheme. Inside the buttons here, they are red on the first iteration of this controller. But yeah, overall it's pretty much the same. Yeah. So I'm guessing this controller came out... Oh, it's a little dusty. Possibly, and this is the 6-button Sega Genesis controller. Model number 1653. It's on the back. This probably came out when either when the Genesis 2 came out, Model 2 came out, or the Model 3. I think my babysitter's son, he had the Model 2, and a friend of mine that I used to hang out with and party with and smoke and all that had the Model 3, and I did see that up on eBay before making this video, and seriously considered buying it because I had a lot of fun with that little system. I mean, I already have, you know, a Model 1 and the Analogs Mega SG. So I thought, nah, I'll just pass. I mean, it even came with the composite cable that claims it helps with the picture quality, and I think it does over the RF. I don't even know if the Model 3 does output to RF. But yeah, this is your 6-button controller. D-pad still feels good on this one as well. Buttons are actually clicky and not mushy. So I really like this controller a little bit more over the bigger model controllers. The father of this controller, so to speak. This is like the youngest brother of the other two controllers. But yeah, I mean, still, once again, solid feel to it. Good stuff. This is Genesis related. It's not an open product, but we have the new Sega Retrobit Genesis controller, the ice blue or clear blue as it says here on the box. I still have not opened this guy, and I do plan on doing so. And I have really thought about it, and I may just buy one more controller from this company, and that's the black model. So it's probably going to look a lot like this guy, if not exactly the same. From what I've heard, it has the same feel, and I love this box. I mean, it just screams, you know, retro with the whole look. And even what I like about it is it's nice thick cardboard, so I'm going to open it from the bottom that way in case I do kind of cave in the middle here, it won't show on top. So yeah, once I will probably just open this on camera, we'll see. That's why I've kind of been holding off for this. Oh, it is 10-foot cable length. The original is 10 foot. Okay, cool. But yeah, I mean, retroness. I've been on a really big retro kick here lately, buying stuff for Super Nintendo, NES, Genesis, and you guys will see those items in the next pickups video for sure. Yeah, I can't wait to open this guy and play a brand new Genesis. I don't think I've done that ever, so that's really gonna be cool. So that's all for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Click on that subscribe button if you want to see more stuff like this, electronic reviews, music, video games, stuff like that.